Welcome to Isopod House. The 60-centimeter tank should be more than enough room to keep the isopods entertained, with much to explore. The beautiful landscape of rocks, rotting wood, and a leafy floor make it a perfect habitat for isopods to explore and forage. Moss and airplants help to keep the air nice and fresh, and a wet side and dry side help to keep the isopods hydrated when needed. Airplants don't require cell to grow, though they live on other plants but are not parasitic in any way. Instead, they get their nutrients from the air and water of their surroundings. These will help absorb excess moisture from Isopod House. A mister is used to keep the moss hydrated. It forms a fine mist that flows over the area. It is not known if the isopods will eat the moss. It is likely they will, but let's hope they don't. Moss mix contains several types of tropical mosses, fern spores, various seeds and sphagnum moss. As we can see, some young isopods have already made it into the enclosure. They must have been hiding in the lava rocks that were used from the old enclosure. As suspected, the moss is already being nibbled at. The feeding trays have been added to the enclosure. These will be used to give the isopods weekly treats, a mixture of vegetables and protein-based foods. It is unknown whether the man-made tunnel will be used by the isopods. Only time will tell. Air circulation is important for many species of isopods. Here, it comes in the form of ventilation holes in the lid. Fans are connected to these holes and are periodically turned on to refresh the enclosure. As we can see, the Irish moss seeds have started to sprout. Hopefully these will eventually form a lush green carpet over the rocks, giving a pleasing aesthetic to Isopod House. Springtails have also been added to Isopod House. These tiny creatures are custodians of the terrarium. They help keep fungus at bay and recycle waste produced by the isopods. The magic potion isopods that have inhabited the original Isopod House for around a year now have eaten nearly all of the soil and nutrients and have produced numerous offspring during this time. Therefore, it is time to upgrade to a larger enclosure, one with ample room to grow, forage and explore, much like they would in their natural habitat. Here is one method of attempting to get a number of the young isopods together to transport them easily to the new tank. Let's see how this turns out. As we can see, it is somewhat of a success. The shrimp bait and fresh moist soil successfully attracts around 10 to 18 young isopods at a time. This means that this process will probably have to be repeated about 10 times. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to keep up to date with Isopod House adventures.